Hello you guys, so today's video is gonna be my basic daily makeup routine, and I'm gonna do that in English because I've been wanting to do that for a long time and I've never had the opportunity to do this video, so now I can do this video, so I'm gonna do. And don't worry if you don't know English because there's gonna be subtitles here the entire video, okay? So keep on watching and don't skip the video. For starting my makeup, I'm gonna just wipe the makeup that I already have because it's night and I already have done my makeup for today, so let's wipe it. So for removing my makeup, I usually don't do that with wet wipe, but I'm gonna do now because I'm not in my bedroom. Oh my god, it just got freezing. But anyways, also I'm not that fluent in English, so if you guys notice I don't know, mistakes that I probably will make speaking or something like that, don't worry, okay? Be gentle and comment down below your opinions and your suggestions for getting better, okay? But be gentle. So I'm gonna use this now because to wipe the makeup off because I don't usually use it. I usually wash my face with oil cleanser, but since I don't have it now, I'm gonna use this. Also, I'm kind of nervous to do this video because I usually speak a lot in English by myself, but I don't know, when I start recording and I think like, oh, most people will see this and it will not just be on my gallery, I just feel like, I don't know. I feel kind of not embarrassed, but I feel nervous, okay? I feel kind of nervous. We're gonna get rid of that in the rest of the video and it's gonna be okay. Also, I don't really know what my accents sound like because I don't know, I feel like my accent is very good in the terms of like I don't have a very strong accent, but I know I do have Portuguese accent because I still being a native Portuguese speaker, so I have an accent and I like that, but I feel like the way I pronounce things, it's very good and it makes me sound a little bit more similar to the native speakers, but similar, not identical, okay? Don't judge me, but I feel like even if I don't have a strong accent, I still sound like a Brazilian because of the way I speak, like the rhythm that I speak shows that I'm not a native English speaker. I don't know how to explain that, I just feel that. But let's move on to the makeup. Since I already have removed everything of my face, you guys can see how my skin is now. It's not doing really nice, and I don't know why. I've been just like breaking out a little bit, but that's okay. But first thing I do for my makeup is obviously skincare, because you need to prep your skin before you start doing your makeup. Otherwise, it would just look really bad and it will not last. So you need to hydrate your skin, and for that I'm gonna use my Gokujun Premium from Hada Labo. I use this for like maybe 8 months or more because this, you just need to use like a tiny bit and it will just moisturize your whole face, and it's really good. It's kind of expensive here in Brazil, but it's worth it. It's really worth it. If you want a light moisturizer for your makeup, like doing before your makeup, this is the one. Okay, this is the one. So I'm gonna just apply it, and I'm gonna show you guys how much I apply. Literally that, and it just like goes to all of my face. So I'm gonna apply it, and the makeup that I do, I usually focus on a very natural skin, and I don't really care about like covering all my blemishes and pimple marks because I still want to show my skin under the makeup. I really like that style of makeup that you can still see the skin through the makeup, but some people don't like it, so I'm gonna show you guys how you can cover it without looking cakey or too heavy makeup, because I personally don't like looking that I'm using makeup a lot, you know. Actually, I don't really care if people like see that I'm using makeup because I'm actually using makeup, so that doesn't make sense. But I don't know, some people don't like it and it's okay. Let's go to the second thing that I use, and it's also a moisturizer. If you're doing that makeup like to last the whole day, you need to apply sunscreen after your whole makeup routine. But since it's night and I'm just doing this makeup for recording, I'm gonna just use moisturizer. And I use this like in cream. It's a very heavy, not heavy, it's very light but very hydrating cream, and that's what I like because I like a very glowy skin. So I feel like hydrating your skin with the right products really help with that finishing of like glowy skin. And yeah, that's why skincare is so important, because and the prep that you do before your makeup will determine if you are gonna, what vibe are you gonna go for your makeup, you know. And that applied to all the products that I use for my makeup. I usually prefer to go for more liquid and more moisturizer products instead of like powder and stuff. Okay, so now that the skincare is done, the skin is ready to receive all the products that we have to apply for looking good with our makeup. So as I said, I usually use liquid products to do my makeup, and that starts with the concealer. That's actually a foundation, but I use it as a concealer or as a foundation, and this is the brand that I use. I don't know if it's gonna, if you guys can see it, but I'm gonna put in the description the products that I'm gonna be using in the video. But you guys can see that it's not liquid, like it's not running away, but you guys can see that it's very like creamy and hydrating product, and I really like that. So I think I applied too much, but I usually apply it on my skin, but since I'm recording, I'm just gonna like apply it a little bit on my hands and apply it on my skin. As we're doing a daily makeup, I'm gonna go for a more natural thing than a more, you know, heavy thing. Applying on the center of my face first because I like to make it lighter on the center so we can work with the shadows around the face. But I don't usually use contour, but I'm gonna show you guys. I usually apply the product with my hands because I feel like it goes for a more natural finish, and yeah, I like it. But you can also use a sponge. I'm gonna use the sponge on the other side so you guys can see the difference, but it's kind of dirty, but I will use the sponge on the other side so you guys can see the difference. It's like very natural, but you guys can see that my face, it's very light from this side and this side, you guys can see, but you can still see my blemishes and pimple marks and stuff, but we're gonna work with that later. I'm gonna use my sponge, and you need to wet your sponge a little bit. Don't make it wet like the water, it's like too watery, but you need to get it humid to apply your makeup. Okay, I think you guys can see the difference. Here on this side, you guys can see that we have more coverage because we applied with our hands, and on this side we applied with the sponge, and it kind of like sucks a little bit more product because we're doing it with the sponge. But I do like the both ways, but now I just applied more product, and I got it from the product that I applied on my hands, and it's just like do a layer of product, one more layer, and you just get the same results from this side. But okay, I just realized that I don't really have a talent for doing get ready with me because I just can't talk and, you know, function of doing other things at the same time. It's kind of stressing me out a little bit. But if you guys want more coverage, you guys can apply more product, but apply it on the specific spots and you'll be good. It will still look very natural. But the next product that I use, and I use it as a blush, but it's kind of a bronzer, but it's sold as a contour, but you know, I use it as a blush. because it is very orange for my skin tone, and I like using as a blush because I like orange blush. Not really orange, but like a coral. Okay, so now that we're kind of looking bronzy, I'm gonna show you guys what I do on my nose, because I also apply product on my nose, and I also use the same product that I use as a blush, to use as a like blush slash nose contour. So I apply here to like do a top, like a lift to my nose, and I like to do it here, but I don't really like changing too much the shape of my nose because I already really like it, but it's just to give like a dimension to the face. And I like applying here as this, like, it looks like the sun just burned a little bit and it will look like this, but don't come too down because it will make your nose look kind of wider. So just apply here and try to get the product just on the bone of your nose, but don't come like too high. I'm just gonna brush a little bit my eyebrows because I don't feel like I need to fill them or anything because they're already pretty thick. And I'm just gonna apply a little bit of concealer around it. I'm gonna show you guys how I do that. So I just get my concealer or foundation, and I will apply it right here to make it lighter, and a little bit here. Yeah. I have this mark here on my eyebrows because it's actually a scar, because I had a, oh my god, I forgot what's called. I had an eyebrow piercing and I loved it so much, but it was just not really going on my body, and my body just protected the piercing and I had to take it off, but it was already too late, so the piercing just ripped off my skin and I got this scar. But I really like it. I find it really pretty, so it doesn't really bother me. Sometimes to give it a shine, I like to use a little bit of makeup like right here on my eyes. I don't really use eyeshadows because I don't really think it suits me. Okay, so we're almost close to the end, and now I'm gonna do my lips. It's first moisturize. It's very important. You guys can see that every part of the makeup starts with moisturizing your skin. So this is kind of a lip oil, and I'm gonna apply it all over my lips. We're done. This is the hydrating lips. I like to, this is very at the end, I need to buy another one, but I really like this kind of color, like very, I don't know, it's kind of a red, but it's also kind of a brown. It's a mix of these two colors, and I really like that tone. It looks very natural, and I like to apply a very tiny bit of the product. It's like this because it's already on the end, but if I have more product, I would just like apply some dots and I just blend it with my fingers. And I don't like any harsh lines on around my lips, so I usually come with my finger and blend around my lips. And sometimes what I also like to do on my lips, it's contouring a little bit with a brown pencil. Very juicy lips. So now for setting the makeup, I'm gonna use a setting powder, and I use it like this. So I'm just gonna get like a little bit that I already have it here and apply it here and here and here and here, because it can accumulate product on the lines. So I apply powder to not happen, and I'll just apply like here. I don't bring too much to this side because I don't want to get rid of this glow. Okay, so this is the makeup that I usually do for my daily basis. Usually I stop here, but I have an extra additional thing for you guys. I said that I don't really do things on my eyes, but when I'm feeling more extra, I like to get also a brow pencil, and I like to apply it here, right under my eyes. And I apply it, and I get a brush and just blend it. Look to the look up. And that's the makeup that I usually do every day to go everywhere, and that's it. Okay, so it was a very hard video for me to film, not because because of the makeup, because as you guys saw, the makeup is very simple, very easy, but as I said, doing two things at the same time is not for me at all. But I hope you guys liked the video, and yeah, I kind of enjoyed it, but it's kind of hard. So give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on my social media so we can be mutuals. You guys, love you. Bye. See you next week.